Hey everyone, welcome to our video series Canal Days, and thanks for joining us for today's episode of the St. Anne's Cemetery located in Palmer, Massachusetts. I am your host Carrie, here with my co-host, local historian and founder of Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, Robert Camus. As your personal tour guide, Robert will lead you to some of the most iconic sites and the legends of historic significance throughout New England's preeminent and pivotal state of Massachusetts. With his expert insights, every monument memorial story comes to life. Afterwards, don't forget to check out his website, holyokecanaltour.org, to access the full Canal Days video and podcast series. Also, check out his free in-person public tours he offers throughout Western Mass and the 2025 schedule for these special events. You can also book personalized private tours for groups of all sizes, tailored to your interests. To discover all that and much more, remember to log on to holyokecanaltour.org. And so when was this cemetery first formed?
It was made in 1889 as the parish cemetery of the St. Anne's Church of Three Rivers Village of Palmer, Massachusetts. And it was for the ethnic group of French Canadians in the very beginning. So you see a lot of Quebec names here. But also the Polish started using it too. And much later they got their own cemetery in the 1950s. So the burials from that point for Polish went there. It's now shared by the Divine Mercy Parish, which is a combination of the St. Anne's Parish and St. Peter's and Paul's Church. And they have a brief section within here for two pastures. Right, and we'll go backwards to see those, because they're in a very unusual place. Right in the middle up a hill, but you have Silvio Levesque, and he was ordained in 1946. Beloved pastor of the St. Anne's Church, 1969 to 2007. That is 38 years. And it says on un prêtre pour toujours, it means a priest for all. And then behind him is another pastor in memory of the L'Abbe Ladius Geoffrey, and he was the priest of the St. Anne's and Three Rivers from 1905 to 1930. So two pastors that served an incredible amount of years are buried within this priest circle. There might be. So what we're going to do right now is drive around the cemetery for you and look at it. Its properties, everything's straight line. All the rows and columns are quite straight. Definitely a lifestyle cemetery. A mix of Polish names and Quebec names all the way through. And a lot of the gravestones look very similar. This cemetery is made after 1889, so by that time a lot of gravestones had been standardized. And what we're going to do is we'll drive around, but then at some point when we get back to the priest's place that we were just at, I'll get out and I'll show them a little bit better. And you can see there's still room in here in the back for more burials. And a lot of solitary graves back here. The reason why is this might be the equivalent of a potter's field kind of section. It goes right into the woods. And it may also be a baby section. So that section we'll check out very soon. Now, to our left is a garage, but they put a nice cross into it so that it looks like it's part of the scenery. And the last road to go down. Okay, and they did a nice job of mixing all the ethnic groups together. And there are other Catholic cemeteries in Palmer, including the St. Thomas, which is very old, from 1866. Okay, from here I'll go for a walk. the pastor's area, so we can get a close-up of that. And remember to check out the pictures for this website. Most especially, very interesting part was that old section in the very back that went into the woods. Probably a baby section. Okay, so we're now in the very back of this crucifixion scene. And the stone in front, Silvio Levesque, died in 2007. He died on the job, 1969 to 2007. That's 38 years being the head pastor of the St. Anne's. And here are la memoria de l'Abbé Ladilas Jaffriot, Curé de la Paris Porus, St. Anne, Three Rivers, 1905-1930, 25 years, ordained 1889, died 1930. Son corps repose dans la crypte du séminaire de Sherbrooke of Quebec. Okay, so this is a cenotaph. That means that he have a memorial within a cemetery, but his body is in another place. It's up in Sherbrooke, Quebec, where he's in a crypt within the seminary. That's a great honor, and he was a pastor here for 25 years. And thank you.